Ford is getting expert service. Confident enough to wear red to a bullfight. You're what? Right now, get the works for $39.95 or less minus a $10 mail-in rebate, making it just $29.95. Ford service. Go with confidence.
Up to 5 quarts oil, taxes, diesel, and disposal fees extra. Rebate by prepaid debit card. See participating Ford dealer for exclusions and rebate details through 3/31/15.
They say life is about choices. So let me introduce you to one of the best choices you can make in life. Grainger Choice. The Grainger Choice product line has just about everything we need to keep this place running. From batteries to V-belts, safety to sump pumps, and with Grainger Choice, we can do dependable and cost-effective. Grainger Choice. Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com/choice or stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
Live from Studio 11A and the CBS Hudson Square Broadcast Center, we are News Radio, WCBS HD, and WCBS FM HD2, New York. Hey, we're above freezing. It's 38 degrees. We'll take our little victories where we can, but back down to the deep freeze again tonight, 5 to 15 in the suburbs. WCBS News Time 3:04.
Deja vu on the train tracks, but this time it turned out a lot better. The elderly woman is very lucky. Our Long Island Bureau Chief Mike Cyranax is live along the Long Beach branch. Mike?
Yeah, Alex, really could have been so much worse. Fortunately, it was not. The MTA, a spokesman telling me that a female driver, unidentified at this time, of an SUV, ignored flashing red lights. She ignored ringing bells. Tried to beat a train here at the Rockland Avenue, Forest Avenue Railroad crossing in Lynbrook when the crossing gate came down, struck the rear of her vehicle, and then the train sideswiped the SUV, pushing it off the tracks. Amazingly, she was not seriously injured, however, was taken to a nearby hospital for possible neck and back injuries. There are no other injuries reported here. No one else in the vehicle, no passengers injured on the train. Service was disrupted on the Long Beach line for about an hour and a half. It has since been restored. Everyone recognizing how much worse this could have been as the investigation and repairs to the crossing gate continue as we speak, and we all breathe a sigh of relief around here. Reporting live in Lynbrook, Long Island, Mike Cyranax, WCBS News Radio 880. WCBS News Time 3:06. A Rockland mother who blogged for years about her son's health problems has now been found guilty of killing that 5-year-old boy by force-feeding him salt. WCBS reporter Marla Diamond has the verdict from the Westchester County Courthouse in White Plains.
27-year-old Lacey Spears, the single mom who chronicled her son's illnesses on social media, showed little emotion as the verdict was read.
Guilty.
Is this verdict unanimous?
Yes.
Spears will be sentenced April 8th, and Westchester County District Attorney Janet DeFiore says she'll ask for life in prison.
In the end, this was not a close case. It was an overwhelming body of evidence that convicted this woman.
Spears convicted of injecting a lethal amount of salt into her 5-year-old's feeding tube. Defense attorney Stephen Riebling says they'll appeal.
It's still a mystery as to what caused Garn's death.
In White Plains, Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
Prosecutors are pushing a federal jury in Brooklyn to convict an accused al-Qaeda terrorist on charges he was part of a conspiracy to attack targets in the U.S. and in Europe. In closing arguments today, the prosecutor said Abid Nasir lied when he denied being radicalized as a young man in Pakistan. She said his motive was revenge for the war in Afghanistan. Nasir, who represented himself, told the jury he's not a terrorist, denying being part of a conspiracy.
WCBS News Time 3:07.
Do you or does someone you love have a problem with cocaine? Is your cocaine use affecting your job or relationships? Do you feel depressed? Have you tried to quit cocaine on your own but failed? Would you like help to decrease or stop using cocaine? If you don't know where to turn for help, listen closely. Research treatment studies at Columbia University Medical Center are offering free, confidential, individual treatment for cocaine abuse and other drug problems. You will receive a free medical and psychological evaluation and outpatient visits. The program will even cover your transportation costs. Call them now at 212-923-3031. That's 212-923-3031. They have 2 convenient locations in Manhattan, Midtown at Columbus Circle and Uptown at Columbia University Medical Center, just across the George Washington Bridge from New Jersey and near 3 New York City subway lines. Stop the destructive cycle. Call 212-923-3031 to make an appointment for a free evaluation. That's 212-923-3031. Again, 212-923-3031.
WCBS News time 3:08 with traffic and weather together on the 8th, sponsored by the New York, New Jersey Subaru dealers.
Happy Monday. Good afternoon to Adrian Watson.
Good afternoon, Wayne and Alice. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Well, the elephant's actually on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, very heavy off the bridge. Let's connect the dots. It stays very heavy out to the west shore. Eastbound side is not bad. Problem number 2 and 3, they're both on the BQE. I'm sorry, that rhymes. Inbound side of the Gowanus and BQE, there's an accident just before Atlantic Avenue. Those delays go back to the Belt Merge. And westbound side, there's another incident before the Brooklyn Bridge. Those delays go back to the Kosciuszko. Outbound Brooklyn Bridge, that is absolutely loaded up. Northbound Van Wyck delays almost the entire length. Eastbound side of the Belt Parkway, there's still an accident by Sunrise Highway in the process of being cleared. LIE eastbound, not as heavy as it could be through Queens. That's not saying much, all the way out to the Clearview. Southbound Cross Island, loaded up to the Grand Central Parkway, have a rough road surface there with a very large pothole, and we're doing better on the Clearview. Crossing southbound side of the FDR Harlem River combo, delays all the way down to the 50s with an incident there, and a northbound incident in the 50s as well. West side so far so good. Cross Bronx not bad. Our next traffic update in less than 10 minutes on WCBS.
And here's the weather forecast. It starts out sunny, 39 degrees in the city right now. Goes down to 20 tonight in Midtown, even colder across the Hudson Valley and other outlying suburbs, in the single digits in some places.
Clouds build, and tomorrow we'll get some snow again by late day, maybe even by midday in parts of the area. The high tomorrow between 30 and 35. It'll mix with rain or mixed precipitation tomorrow night, and periods of rain Wednesday with a high between 40 and 45.
Right now, 38 degrees in New York, and it is sunny.
WCBS News Time 3:10. A guy flips a light switch, and you're not going to believe what happens. He doesn't want to get the story next.
At Subaru, we like to think we're building great stories as well as great vehicles.
Well, right after I got my driver's license, my dad bought me a 1979 Subaru GL Wagon. And when I first saw it, I just thought, wow, this thing is really not sexy. But it was mine. And everybody at school knew my car because most of theirs were sedans or trucks or SUVs. But it had all-wheel drive, so when we would take these ski trips upstate during winter break, I always did all-wheel drive. I still head upstate for winter break, but now I'm mostly on the bunny hill helping my kids learn how to snowboard. And I'm on my third Subaru. It's just as dependable as the old one, and a whole lot prettier.
The Subaru is built to last. That's why 94% of all Subaru models sold in the last 12 years are still on the road today. Visit Subaru.com to learn more. I'm based on IHS Automotive Bulk US. Total registration model year 2002 through 2013.
A brand new show about the people we love and the legacies we leave behind. Strange Inheritance. Weeknight only on Fox Business Network.
WCBS News Time 3:11. A man from the Jersey Shore is burned over half his body. His house exploded this morning in Point Pleasant Beach. He got up at 1:40 in the morning, smelling gas. Turned on the bathroom light and the whole place blew. Ocean County prosecutor spokesman Al Bill.
It's actually our second gas blast we've had in just under a week. Our first one was in Stafford Township on the 24th, where the entire structure basically disappeared. This blast did level the structure.
New Jersey Natural Gas says if you smell gas, you got to get out of the house without touching anything, not even a flashlight or a light switch.
City students are carrying their smartphones in schools now. The city has lifted its ban on cell phones, something Mayor de Blasio promised during his campaign for mayor. Each school will determine its own policy, allowing students to use their phones during lunch or in designated areas, and storing them in their backpacks during the class.
School officials in New Jersey say the number of students opting out of a new controversial standardized test is relatively low. In the Livingston School District, parents told officials about 1,100 of the 4,100 students are skipping the test. Many districts started giving those tests today.
About 100 Uber drivers are in Hartford, urging lawmakers to let them continue operating in the state. The legislators are considering doing just that, requiring the DOT to craft new regulations affecting Uber. Transportation Commissioner Jim Redeker tells lawmakers there's not enough data to determine what steps the state should take. He says at minimum, Uber drivers should have special license plates and special driver's licenses.
312 at WCBS.
People like the Caribbean in all sorts of ways, but no matter how they Caribbean, they all like the Caribbean with the best. Royal Caribbean has been voted best cruise line in the Caribbean and best cruise line overall for 12 years running.
running by Travel Weekly readers. And Allure of the Seas was voted best cruise ship overall. Why? Because we Caribbean like nobody else. Imagine ziplining 900 feet above crystal blue island waters and lounging in your own cabana on a private white sand beach. And with our BOGO Wild Sale, you can choose between